giving you examples of clear signs if you're resisting your spouse. You might be saying, Amanda, okay, how do I know if I am resisting the influence of my spouse? I think I listen to what they ask me to do. So imagine that you're arguing. It doesn't matter what you're arguing about. It could be the dirty dishes. It could be, you're tired all day because you're a stay-at-home mom and your husband comes home, and instead of helping you out, he decides that it's a really good time to do more work hours or to go mountain biking with his friend, right? Whatever the reason is, you guys are now arguing. And one spouse shouts, "You're not listening to me." Right? So here's the context. You're arguing for whatever reason, and let's just say the wife shouts, "You're not listening to me." Now, you know if you are resisting influence if you do these four things. So I want you to write it down. The first thing the husband would do to show that he is resisting influence is that he would simply ignore her. Okay, Renee's gonna type it in for you guys. Is that what you're doing over there? He's typing it in. So this is ways for you to tell. Amanda, I don't know if I'm resisting influence, am I? This is ways that you're going to tell when you're arguing and your wife says, "You're not listening to me." The first way you know that you're resisting her influence is by simply ignoring what she just said. That's number one. Number two is you become defensive and you say, "Yes, I am." Right? So she shouts, "You're not listening to me," and you turn around without again listening. You become defensive and you just shout back, "Yes, I am." Okay, that's number two. The third way that is a clear sign that you are resisting your spouse's influence is that you criticize. And you can say something like this: "I don't listen because everything you say doesn't make sense anyway." Okay, so you criticize. That's the third way that is a clear sign that you are resisting your wife's influence. Criticize. And finally, the last way, you got three down? Checking on the spelling. Oh, Renee's checking his Renee's checking his spelling. He's the math guy. I'm the spelling reading. There you go. That is wrong, Renee, but we'll give him a pass. It's okay. It's okay. And number four, this is the fourth clear sign that you are resisting your spouse's influence, is that you express contempt. 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 Okay? So you can say something like, "Why waste my time listening to you anyway?" That's showing contempt. So reflect for a few moments here. The last time you had an argument and your wife said, "You're not listening to me," and you've either ignored, got defensive, criticized, or demonstrated contempt. Okay? Now, let me give you a scenario where these things can work out rather nicely. Now, this was a few months back. And this is the setup in this household. I don't know how you guys do finances, but I already have so much information in the brain that is Amanda that I always tell Renee, "Hey Renee, storage is full. Please don't tell me unnecessary information." I tell him that all the time. And so we've decided that he is fully responsible to finances. Not because I couldn't participate if I didn't want to, but I genuinely choose to just whatever, literally, when it comes to finances, whatever Renee tells me to do, I do because I hate math. I hate numbers. I don't want to think about it. And so I said, "Please, you will be doing me the biggest favor if you just handle our finances. I'll make money. I'll put it in the account. Just let me know how much I have for groceries, how much I have for this, how much I have for that." And we're very much organized. I don't know if you guys know this guy, Dave Ramsey. I'm just going to put it out there. We are Dave Ramsey. I know that there are some Dave Ramsey whatever fans here in this group. There you go, Robson. Yes, Robson and Leticia, they're very much Dave Ramsey fans. And so, he shows me, "Hey Amanda, this is the monthly bills expenses for the month. Just try to stay within these numbers." Oh, great, perfect. Thank you so much. So a few months back, I was like, "Hey Renee, like I think I want. I'm not really into these gadgets, but I told him, I said, "Hey, I want those like AirPod things." Because sometimes I was talking to clients and I just wanted to be able to hear them, or I kind of like to be hands free, or I was driving and I wanted to hear a sermon or a song, and it was just so much easier if I had the AirPods. And so I go to him. I was like, "Oh, Renee, I really want an AirPod." And I was like about ready to buy, and I said, "What do you think?" So I asked him. I said, "Right, what do you think?" So now this asking Renee is like, "Hey, have I been a good girl this week? Do you think I deserve an AirPod?" Okay, it not Reader, you're getting carried away here with your spelling. Renee's a horrible speller. He's gonna do it again in the future. We're just gonna go with it. You're fine, Bree. So then, um, Renee. So I asked Renee. I said, "Right, hey, can I get these AirPods?" And he's like, "Oh, let's look at the bills." So we look at the bills, and he's like, "Hey, like." This month might not be a good month. Like we could just let's plan to buy it next month. And I was just like, okay. And so my mom hears me having this conversation, and she's like, "Wait, what?" She's like, "You make money if you want this AirPod. It's like for your job. Like you should just go, man, and you should just go buy this AirPod. What in the world? Like, did Renee really say that you can't buy this AirPod?" And I just looked at her and I said, "Mom, Renee didn't say I can't do anything, right? I very much make money, and I could go there and I could buy these AirPods and be like, 'Are you kidding, Renee? I make money. I can buy whatever I want. I'm a grown beep woman, right? I can buy whatever I want.'" But here's the thing, Renee is my best friend, and we are in this marriage together. And what he says is important. What I say is important. The same way that Renee says, "Hey, do you think we can buy this UTV? Do you think you have the money for it? What do you think? You think it's a good idea? Do you think it's not a good idea?" This is what it means by allowing your spouse to influence you and you influence them. We are a team. There's no such thing as like, he loses, I win, so we're all good. If he loses, I lose. So I want us both to win. Now, eventually, of course, Renee, he even surprised me. He's like, "Hey, he went there and he surprised me. He got the AirPods." Fine. The point is, sure, you could do whatever you want. If you make money, you could do whatever you want. However, you saw the statistics. 80% of husbands who are unwilling to be influenced by their wife will eventually get a divorce. And so, wives, are we also allowing ourselves to be influenced? If we made it clear that Renee was going to take charge of the finances, and then I just go about and do whatever I want with the money, I am not allowing him to influence me. So we need to, the single secret to influencing your spouse, allow them to influence you.